Hello, my name's Amy. I live part-time in my little Honda Fit, and I am exploring ways to have affordable beauty in a small space. And I want to let you know why I decided to make this channel. There's a ton of really exciting and informative stuff out there from what I've seen on van dwelling, RVing, full-time nomad life, etc. And it's really fun to see and so educational. You can really learn about just about anything you want, like solar panels or best cooking techniques or how to stay cool or hot, as well as maybe repairs or how to find campmates, etc. But there's not much out there on, I guess, encouragement, how to find something pretty, even though by being on a tight budget and in a small space that is often portable, our abilities to make a home or have a lifestyle are limited. And it's so easy to just live within the gray and black plastic interior of my car and not think about how to bring the comforts of home in there, or sort of the joy that a nice view brings, or that soft music does, or candlelight, or my favorite reading books. So I wanted to have a channel that focused on bringing that kind of beauty into this portable lifestyle. And I want to give you some examples. For example, I'm in a northern state right now and it's cold. So boots are very common, but I can have extreme differences in what kind of boots I choose. And of course, they will be influenced by the size of the place I have to store them, and also the amount of money I have to give. Also, my particular need in boots. Do they need to be waterproof? Do they need to be leather so they can breathe? Do they need to have like a very rough tread kind of on the bottom because things are going to be slippery? Those are all practical things to consider. But then there's also something that's just personal. It brings us joy. For example, these are my boots from Wisconsin. I'm like Nanook of the North, mukluk style, and they are so pretty and useful. But they're not everybody's style, and they're not for every living situation. Here's one of my cowboy boots. Yes, I have cowboy boots. Being from the West and often having cold feet, I enjoy them. So this is the kind of style some people want to have when they're filling that need for boots. We can go a little farther. Sorry, these fell down. Just look at shoes, right? There are classic shoes. These are comfortable shoes, but not tennis shoes. This is for somebody with classic style. And then here are little lightweight tennies, maybe for somebody with a more traditional style, or somebody who's athletic. See, we have practical needs, and we can meet them with style and with color and with interesting things and with things that reflect our personality or our aspirations. So here's another example. Look at these. These are all just writing tablets, okay? So look at this nifty little one. See its bright colors? It's easy to rip the pages out of, and it'll actually fit into a pocket or a purse, and it costs $1. And here's a really pretty book. It's got maps on it, hardbound. This one's like handmade paper with a leather cover for that kind of a style. And see this one? This one's got a very sort of botanical print from the Victorian times, very natural, but also pretty. This one is completely sleek, plastic and black. And here's another one. Whoop, big, hardbound, and lots of space to write in or draw in. So those two things just show you an example of the difference in the sort of choices we have about the most practical everyday things that we have around us, let alone more individual things like our clothes, or maybe the smell of the detergent that we wash our laundry in, or where we choose to park our vehicles. So, what we wake up seeing in the morning. And I want to focus on a lifestyle of finding those treasures in all the everyday experiences that we have. So that's what my channel's about. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I was brought up in an army family, so I grew up traveling, and I lived overseas, and I've been in all 50 states because I have wanderlust. It was inherited, apparently. And I continued to do that all through my family life as well. So I definitely have experience traveling. I have experience living in a small space. I've actually lived with a family of 6, including 4 children, for 4.5 years on a 36-foot boat. I lived and remodeled a 24-foot mobile home. I have moved across country with 5 roughneck Rubbermaid totes and the computer and television sitting in the passenger seat of a minivan. And I've started my life in my little car and have put on 8,500 miles and camped in it in snow and heat and countryside and city. So that's my experience to bring to the table as far as operating in small spaces. Also, as far as working on a budget, well, I started babysitting and saving my money in jars when I was in junior high school. In college, my roommate and I did dumpster diving and collected aluminum cans. We would store them in the dorm storage area in garbage bags, and then we would cash them in and go out for a nice dinner somewhere as a treat. I worked at cleaning bathrooms and making sack lunches for the teams and all sorts of things. I know how to stretch my money. When I went to grad school, I actually lived on a stipend. I was given an amount and it had to last all year long for my graduate books and every other thing I might need. So that taught me to be very, very careful with my money. And then in my family life, we were a 1-car family for many, many years, choosing to use our money elsewhere. And for 30 years, it was a 1-income family while I was home with children and my spouse was working and bringing in the money. So I've also read a great deal about budgeting. It's kind of a family joke, stretching the dollar, pinching the penny, being creative with finances. And I am actually certified in a certain aspect of financial work and basically advice giving. And I have recently worked with older adults, helping them to live within their means, helping them to find resources that they need if they're in trouble, helping them to solve problems, and helping them to pay their bills and keep on track of their banking and financing and things like that. So I have experience in that regard too. And as far as creativity goes, well, I'm an artist by birth. I've been drawing since I can remember, and I've had years of private art lessons, and I've sewn my own clothes, and I've done crafts, and I decorate cakes, and I cut my own hair, and I decorate my own homes, and I pick out my clothing from various sources, whether they're hand-me-downs or Goodwill or a discount store or whatever. But I often get a lot of compliments about my home decor or the way I write my lettering on Christmas cards, or how I put together an outfit, or how people think I'm young looking. So that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Everybody likes to hear those things. But anyway, I think I have a little bit of a knack for talking about beauty and inspiration and making things like that. So I hope this is my first full length video, but I hope to have a structure to follow in these videos where I can contribute once a week and have a new video every Monday. So I hope you'll be looking for that. And I love words, so I'm going to have a section called the Defining Moment, and we will talk about a concept like lifestyle or beauty or imagination or confidence or encouragement, and define it, find out how it's used in conversation, um, what we can learn about it, and then how we can actually apply it to our lives. And also, I will be happy to try to cover resources on that and other YouTube videos or books or interviews or podcasts that I've run across that can give good information about that. And then I also intend to follow some sort of headlines and make my videos under one of those headlines. One of them will be beauty. No surprise there, right? With ideas about grooming and I guess your surroundings and decor and sensory input and things that can add beauty to your life. Another one would be organization. Order is something that a lot of us crave, and it takes a lot of stress out of our lives when we're organized. So that'll be another broad topic. Innovation and being imaginative and creative is another topic that I will make videos about, and all sorts of aspects of that. And frugality, which is not being tight with your money, but careful and living by priorities. Then inspiration, encouragement, spiritual sayings and ideas and uplifting quotations, things like that. Education will include resources, classes, all sorts of things that might be helpful to any of us on this journey. And then also information about self-reliance, which isn't just like being independent or self-sufficient, but is acquiring the ability to take care of yourself. And that includes being in community and finding secure places and learning about the resources available to you. It doesn't mean you have all the answers, but it means you learn to be comfortable and you're being encouraged to find ways to solve your own problems. So anyway, I think it's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to diving in. I would like to take you on this journey with me, and so I invite you on my quest to experience more pleasure and peace in our little petite and penny-wise and even portable homes. So please subscribe to my channel, come back and visit me, share ideas that you have about topics you might like to talk about, and just, I guess, step in, collaborate, share with me. I think we're going to have a great time, and we're all going to have a more enjoyable lifestyle because of it. So goodbye, and God go with you till next time.